It's girl talk.
Why do you have to lie about that?
Is this true?
With you and my sister, none other than TT Torres, right here.
The girls are talking. The girls are talking. Ooh. All right, as promised, everybody, she is the newest cast member of VH1's reality show, Basketball Wives Miami. Let's officially welcome Kesha Nichols to the show. It's great to have you on.
Thank you. Are we live already?
Yeah, we are live, girl. We rocking and we rolling.
Awesome. What's up, everybody?
All right. So you're on the new season of Basketball Wives Miami.
Yes, ma'am.
Just to give everybody a background on you, you are the ex-fiance of New Jersey Nets player Richard
Jefferson.
That's right, Richard Jefferson. All right, so your story is pretty unique. From what I hear, from what the tabloids have been reporting, that Richard spent all of this money on a wedding, $2 million to be exact.
That's not true, but go ahead.
Okay, so that part isn't true. So how much money was spent on the wedding?
It was maybe a quarter of that. People just love to exaggerate numbers and make it seem like it was so much more involved than it was, but it definitely was not a $2 million wedding.
Okay, so 2 hours before the wedding is supposed to go down, he doesn't show up.
That's not true either. We broke up the Monday before the wedding was supposed to happen. So 5 days before, we decided to call it off.
So I want to know the real reason as to why the wedding did not go down. Because tabloids painted you out to be a really bad person, a money-hungry whore, and all of this stuff. And they say that Richard Jefferson finally saw you for the woman that you really were.
Well, I guarantee you that those words never came out of Richard's mouth. People just make up whatever they want to and try to indulge and make the story seem more interesting than it really is. But we were just two people that weren't getting along, and we weren't meant to get married. Mm-hmm. That's it. Richard has never said a mean word about me. I've never said a mean word about him. We're still friends. We care about each other, but we just weren't meant to be together. That's it.
How long did you guys date each other before the proposal?
Well, we were together for 6 years total. So we were engaged twice. We got engaged one time, and then we broke up, and then we got back together and got engaged again. But I don't know exactly how long we were together before the first proposal. Now, you guys don't have any children together, correct? No, we do not. My only child is my long-haired chihuahua named Peanut.
Okay. So you were a dancer, a professional dancer. Now, is this how you guys met?
I did dance for the New Jersey Nets when he was playing there, but we actually met before the season started. I had never met him. I had no idea who was even on the Nets team. And a friend of ours, a mutual fan, introduced us when we were out in the city.
Okay.
So, no, we did not meet at the arena. It wasn't love found on the court or anything like that. It was, we were just friends, and then it just turned into more.
Uh-huh. Very interesting. All right, Kesha, hang tight. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to Kesha Nichols from Basketball Wives Miami. In less than 15 minutes, we'll talk about Tami. Keep it down locked in. It's iPower 921.
It's girl talk.
Why do you have to lie about that?
Is this true?
With you and my sister, none other than TT Torres, right here. iPower 92.1.
Girls are talking with me, TT Torres, and Kesha Nichols from Basketball Wives Miami. So how does a little North Carolina country girl like yourself, no disrespect, get into this world of an NBA dancer and around athletes? To the outside looking in, you know, you got into this glamorous life. How did that happen for you?
Well, I went to college in South Carolina and wanted to go to New York and just see what happened. And then my first audition in New York City was for the New Jersey Nets dance team, and I made it. And now I've been there for 9 years in New York, but I only danced for the Nets for 3 years.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, so what are you currently doing? I know you're not a dancer anymore, but, I mean, in NBA, but you have a dance company, correct?
Yes, Sugar and Spice Productions. It's a dance entertainment company.
All right, so you're out there doing other things besides Basketball Wives Miami, which is obviously really good for you. All right, so let's just jump right into you and Tami's drama. I had Tami here on the show on Tuesday. She feels as though you have an executive producer in your back pocket because that person was the one to bring you on the show. And because of that, they are not showing the full scale of who you are, and that you ran with that black and white thing and took it completely out of context.
Okay, let's just clear this up. First of all, I don't know why Tami feels the need to tell people that I've got an executive producer in my back pocket or I'm sleeping with an executive producer.
Well, let me just say, she never said you were sleeping with an executive producer here on this show.
There's 2 executive producers. One of them is Shawnee. So if Tami and Shawnee are tight, so if anyone has an executive producer in their pocket, it's her.
Yeah, but we know Shawnee really don't got no control over nothing.
When I came onto this show, I did not know one person from the cast or from the crew. So I don't know where they're getting that from.
So let's talk about this black and white thing. I am biracial myself, Puerto Rican and black, so I understand some of the things you were saying about being biracial and some of the comments people made to you in the past. However, you stated on the show that you identify with being a black woman, but when we went to your hometown, we didn't see any black people.
I do have black family. I have my sister Candy and her husband and their kids. The editing might be trying to make me look really white. Like, if you're going to come to my hometown and you're going to show where I'm from, why wouldn't you show the scene where my black sister and me sat there and had a conversation about our dad and how sad it was and, you know, how happy we are to be in each other's lives now? Like, the world didn't get to see that part of me.
But what we did see was you talking about a cousin sleeping with another cousin and incest or whatever the case may be. Child, I was so confused, and quite frankly, Kesha, you could have left that part out.
My grandma and grandpa got married, and my grandpa's sister married my grandpa's brother. So that's like if you were married, if you and your husband got married, and then your sister married his brother. So y'all's kids would be double first cousins. It's not incest. It's just brother and sister marrying another set of brother and sister.
But still, I would have left that part out, honey. All right, so everybody, we're talking to Kesha Nichols from Basketball Wives Miami. Can we talk about you and Kenya Bell? I thought you guys were friends when y'all first appeared on the show.
No, I knew Kenya from Milwaukee when her husband was playing there and my ex was playing there. We were acquaintances. But when I first got to Milwaukee, Kenya tried to be buddy-buddy with me and hang with me, and all the other wives there were like, stay away from her. She's been here for years. She's caused problems in the organization. She's drama. Don't get involved. I mean, truth be told, she's the number one reason why I almost didn't do it, because I knew how she was. But I wanted to give Kenya another chance and get to know her on my own, and I did. And everything they said about her in Milwaukee is absolutely true, plus some.
She seems a little cucaracha, like she is off just a tad bit.
Yeah.
And you know what, Kesha, I got to be completely honest with you. I don't know if I'm feeling you and Kenya on the show just yet. Hopefully that will change. It's still pretty early, but sometimes I'll be like, these girls are so irrelevant. And I mean that with all due respect. You know what I mean? I gotta take a quick pause for the moment. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to Kesha Nichols from Basketball Wives Miami. We'll be back in less than 5 minutes.
It's girl talk.
Why do you have to lie about that?
Is this true?
With you and my sister, none other than TT Torres, right here. iPower 92.1. The Lodge.
Yep, it's Girl Talk with me, TT Torres. If you are just tuning in, we're talking to Kesha Nichols from Basketball Wives Miami. All right, so we have a Twitter question from Mona S. She tweets in, can you please ask Kesha, why did she decide to join Basketball Wives? What was her motive?
They actually tried to get me to do Basketball Wives since season 1. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was going to be like. And I wasn't ready to take that leap yet. But after I saw the show getting more popular, when season 4 came around and they called me again, the number one reason I did it was for business purposes. I wanted to get my name out there so I could get my dance company out there. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. And you know what? Like, I might be having to take insults from Tami and put up with all their BS. But at the end of the day, I'm laughing all the way to the bank, baby.
Who gonna check me, boo? I love it. Okay. So, Adrienne Wilson tweets in. She says, TT, ask her, do she drop the N-bomb? Shut up.
I'm not even going to acknowledge that. I apologize that you guys even have people writing stuff in like that.
People are crazy, but I'm quite sure, Kesha, you receive a lot of ish on Twitter since coming on the show. You gotta have tough skin, I could imagine.
Girl, I am so good at just skimming through, replying to the positive, skipping over the negative, and I keep it moving.
Yeah, how do you not get caught up in that, though? For example, the way you dress on TV, people are going to comment. The way you have that southern twang, some people might comment. You know what I mean? How do you brace yourself for those insults that come your way sometimes?
Because I know who I am. I know I sound southern. I really don't even like to hear my own voice. Most people don't like to hear themselves talk, but you either love it or you hate it. Most people love a southern accent, you know, and maybe I do sound a little nasally, but that's me. And I am comfortable in my skin. I wear what I like to wear. I wear my hair like I like to wear it. And I'm not wearing those things for you. I don't get up and get dressed for other people. If I feel good in it, that's all that matters.
Listen, I appreciate you for calling. Everybody, is Kesha Nichols from Basketball Wives Miami. One last question. Are you currently dating any more basketball players?
Girl, you haven't heard? My motto is anybody but a baller, baby. Been there and done that.
Girl, you are a mess. Check back in with us, please, honey.
Okay.
And we wish you well with Sugar and Spice, Mama.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Kesha Nichols, Basketball Wives, Miami. You can catch the show every Monday night at 8 p.m. on VH1. Up next is the big homie, King Tut. I'll be back in the building bright and early tomorrow beginning at 10 a.m. The juice, the drama, the fabulosity, all of that will continue. Thank you so much for listening, texting, tweeting, and all of the above. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.
TT complete.